I just welded this together. This weld around here is holding this top piece to the base, which is going on top of a post. So yeah, I just welded it up. Stainless steel, not too terrible. But now I obviously want to blend this in. I'm not going to go too mad because this is a bit rough and ready, the rest of it, and nobody's going to get to see it close up. But yeah, we're going to have a little go at trying to blend this weld in. Starting off with an 80 grit flat wheel. Which is not as rough as I thought it was going to be. Trying hard not to touch this, but inevitably I'm going to. But yeah, I think that's not a bad start. So we'll carry on all the way around here. That was the worst of the lumps, I think. Most of the rest of it is pretty smooth, but still need to try and smooth out the ripples. And I'm working with a used flat disc so that it's got the edge already worn and blended in to give it a bit of a radius, whereas if you go and grab a new one, they can be a bit sharp on the corner and you run the risk of putting grooves in your job. Right, we'll change up to a 120. Oh, and I always used to be able to just undo these flat wheels, just grab them and turn them. Ah, there we go. I thought I was going to have to find a key. And so on. The shape of this has been a bit of a nuisance because I can't tilt the grinder up high enough to really get into the corner and get down to the marks at the bottom here, but it is what it is. I think I'm just going to have to leave it. This is the sort of thing where you could do with one of the grinders that have got the wheel out here somewhere, away from the gear head. We don't do enough of that sort of work to warrant getting one of those, but yeah, that would be a lot better. I think we're just about back to the beginning again. So we'll change up to, I don't know what they call them. These are kind of Scotch-Brite, but with abrasive flaps in between. So they're conditioning wheels. It's meant for stainless steel. This is a medium. This is a fine. Okay, so maybe we'll go with this. We'll do the medium and then the fine. See how far that gets us. And these things came in a set. Nice little box. Which includes a felt polishing wheel to go on an angle grinder, which we have used. We do a lot more polishing on that aluminium, don't do too much stainless, but I think this is really what it's all meant for. So we'll see how we get on with this. We may get onto this, don't know. And I've also got some other brands here. Klingspor and a Dronco, similar sort of conditioning wheels. I think we'll stick to the two Tyrolit ones. See how we get on with that. Well, that's the finish with the medium grade conditioning wheel on the angle grinder. It's getting pretty smooth. I'm not going to get all of these low spots at the edge of the weld out. I don't think there's any point, because there's a heck of a lot of them from when the thing was originally made, which they never really bothered with, so I don't think there's any point in me being too fussy. But that's not coming along too badly. We'll have a go with the fine conditioning wheel and then we'll see where we go from there. I think these things are really meant for finishing satin finished stainless parts, you know, stainless railings that have got satin finish and you want to blend the welds in. I think that's the idea of these. Right, next step, I forgot to mention this, also in the kit in a can. I guess you'd call these a unitized wheel. It's kind of, yeah, I don't know what it is. It's not totally solid. It's a bit like hard rubber or something, with obviously abrasive impregnated. Pre-polish. That's getting close to where we need to be, I think. Starting to get rid of the burn as well with that last wheel. So we may be ready to have a go with the felt disc and some compound. I'm thinking maybe we could have taken the guard off the grinder for this. This is really, really close, but I think we might just get away with it. And that kit in a tin came with these weeny little baby polishing compound bars. I'm saying bars plural, I don't know, it might have just been this one. So anyway, let's have a go. I need to take the guard off. That is, the guard is getting hot, but that's doing a nice job. Shiny. Right, guard free. Watch me fingers. Much back to the beginning again, I think. Oh, come on, focus, will you? Thank you. Well, I think that will do. A bit of shading from the polishing, which you always kind of get. Actually, a bit of a rub over with a cloth, and that'll probably be good. Yeah, I think that's not too bad. And well, it's pretty much blended in. There are some marks in there from the edge of at the edge of the weld, but yeah, for what this is and where it's going, I think we're good. Well, I think my blending and polishing is not too bad at all, and especially when you compare it to the original stuff when this thing was first made, proper rough and ready. Yeah, so I'm pretty happy with that. And of course, when the thing is viewed from, I don't know, 10 foot away or more, you don't notice all the little blemishes.